Welcome to this episode of Dinner with a Side of Murder. On tonight's menu, we have a quick and easy chicken and dumpling with a side of the murder of Travis Alexander. It was June 4th, 2008, when Travis Alexander would be stabbed 27 times, shot in the head, and had his throat slit in the shower by his ex-lover, Jodi Arias. It was September 2006 in Las Vegas when Jodi and Travis would meet at a work convention for Legal Shield. Travis was a successful motivational speaker for the company and a devout Mormon. Jodi was a mid-level photographer and a part-time employee for Legal Shield. When these two first met, it was instant attraction. They were enamored with each other. Everyone around them could see the attraction they had for each other. Jodi was from California and Travis was from Mesa, Arizona, 5 hours apart. But they decided to make it work anyway. Like previously stated, Travis was a devout Mormon, and he dedicated his life to living the Mormon lifestyle. However, Jodi did not share the same faith as him. Travis worked tirelessly to convert Jodi into the Mormon faith so that they could be together, because he knew he wanted to marry her. 2 months later, Jodi decided to join the faith, and Travis even baptized her into the church. And this is where things began to take a drastic turn. Jodi began to try to seduce Travis, and she used her body to get what she wanted. And eventually Travis gave in, and their relationship would become intensely physical and passionate. In fact, that's all it really was for a really long time. While they were in this relationship, Jodi became intensely jealous and obsessive over Travis, to the point where his friends feared for his safety. Travis tried multiple times to break it off with Jodi, but he just couldn't resist her physical advances. She was like a drug, and he was addicted. Travis would finally quote-unquote break up with Jodi, but Jodi just took this as a challenge. So instead of her being sad and moping, she made a plan. She packed up her things and moved to Mesa, Arizona, to be close to Travis. She would show up at his house unannounced, and she actually found out that he was dating another woman. Jodi was furious, and her obsession grew. Travis somehow convinced Jodi to move back to California, and she moved in with her grandparents. He told her he didn't want to be with her anymore because she wasn't a good Mormon girl, and he only wanted to marry a good Mormon girl. And she definitely was not that. But if Jodi couldn't have him, no one would have him. The two seemingly moved on, and Jodi would meet another nice Mormon guy named Ryan who lived in Utah. And Travis would meet another Mormon girl named Mimi. And she was the perfect Mormon girl. She was everything he could ever want in a future wife. But he still missed that drug named Jodi. He longed for that physical relationship with her. And Jodi definitely missed him. Jodi's boyfriend Ryan invited her to come visit him in Utah, and she agreed. She was even kind of excited about it. It was around this time Jodi reached out to Travis and told him she was taking a road trip to Utah. Travis suggested that she stop by Mesa on her way to Utah so that they could reconnect like old times. She emphatically agreed, but they both decided not to tell anyone. It was their little secret. Jodi didn't want to take her own car, so she went to another town over and rented a car. She also didn't want to stop for gas, So she filled up 4 10-gallon jugs and put them in the trunk. She also turned off her cell phone so no one could get in contact with her. And off she went all the way to Mesa, Arizona, just for a quick hookup with Travis. Jody finally made it to Mesa, and Travis was so excited. They spent the night talking, and they ended up just falling asleep. But the next morning, they were physically intimate and very passionate. Travis was exhausted and he needed to take a shower. And Jody, like the lovesick puppy that she was, followed him into the shower with her camera. She began taking very provocative photos of him in the shower. He began to protest, but eventually he gave in and started to have a little fun with it. Jody took multiple photos of him posing, smiling, and eventually she told him to turn around and pose from the back. Once he turned around, she attacked him. She stabbed him over and over and over 27 times. Then she slit his throat and shot him in the back of the head. While Jody was attacking Travis, she accidentally dropped her camera on the floor, and her camera began to snap pictures of her in the middle of her attack. Once she was finished attacking him, she grabbed the camera and threw it into the washing machine in hopes that it would get destroyed. From there, she left and went to Utah to see Ryan and acted as if nothing had happened. Travis's body would be found 3 days later. The police would begin an investigation and they would find the camera, and all the evidence and all the photos were right there for them. The police would arrest Jody and she would be convicted on first-degree premeditated murder of Travis Alexander. She tried to appeal, but it was thrown out. She's serving a life sentence without possibility of parole. Enjoy your meal. Good night.